Yo, what's going on, guys? So around a week ago, I made a community post saying that I was making a Q&A video for celebrating that I reached 14k subs. Once again, I just want to say thank you to you guys, man. The growth has really been crazy this 2022, just, this year in general. The fact that I think now, last time I checked, I'm at 14.3k subs, and the rate of growth is seriously insane. I don't know what happened for this rate of growth to just go this crazy in recent months. I haven't really changed what I've been doing at all. I guess I'm reacting to more groups, but other than that, I'm still kind of doing more or less the same that I've always done on this channel, which is reacting to what I want to watch and stuff. I don't think I've put any extra effort into growing. Just, like I said, been doing the same thing that I've always been doing. But I want to thank you guys and make a Q&A video. So I made a community post, like I said, left it up for a week, and I got a lot of questions. There were a lot of repeat questions, like what are your favorite K-pop songs of all time? A lot of repeat questions. So if your question isn't in this video, I apologize, but it was probably just a question that somebody already asked prior. So yeah, let's check out these questions. First question is by Bangchan's husband. Congrats. One question I have is, when and how did you get into K-pop, and what was the first group you stan? So my very first exposure to K-pop was Taeyang Wedding Dress. He had that song back in 2010, I think it was 2011, 2010, 2009. That was my first exposure to it, and I loved that song. Then it got me into G-Dragon, songs like Heartbreaker, stuff like that. But at that time, I didn't really get into K-pop. I didn't really delve into it. The time that I really delved into K-pop was when I randomly came across and watched Sister 19, My Boy Dance Practice with with the body rolls, and then that's when I kind of started diving deep into K-pop. Oh shit, yo, this is kind of cool. Let me watch I remember I watched Sister in Hong Kong, their various variety stuff, some radio performances, I remember I watched Hyorin and Bora perform. What's that song called? It's another Sister 19 song. It was Together Not Around Any Longer or something like that, something like that. But yeah, that's when I really started delving deep into K-pop. So, and I guess the first group I stan is Sister. So there's your answer to that question. Question by Ikandir. My question is, do you stan any 4th gen boy groups, and who are they? Also, in addition, can you rank your top girl groups as well? I don't stan any 4th gen boy groups. I do listen very, very little to their songs. There are some songs that come on shuffle randomly that I like, but in terms of standing 4th gen groups, boy groups, nah, I don't stan any. Also, in addition, can you rank your top girl groups as well? I guess a general ranking, including inactive and currently active groups, is IZ*ONE, LE SSERAFIM, IVE, Promise, Luna. That's a rough ranking. Question by Ace. Congrats, dude. Here's my question. What's your top 5 K-pop song of all time? That's so tough, man. All time? Alright, I know my favorite song of all time for sure, and that's Up by IZ*ONE. For multiple reasons. One, because it just sounds super good. It's completely up my alley, completely my taste in terms of music. Second, it came out during one of my toughest times in my life, when I was at my lowest point, just stressing over everything. And then it got released. It was so happy, so cheerful, and it just made my day so much better. Every time I watched it, their performance at their comeback showcase to Up is definitely my most watched IZ*ONE performance of all time. So I'm gonna have to say Up, number 1 all time. And then 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's so tough, man. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number 2, I think I'd have to say Rough by G-Friend. That's one of my most played songs of all time, for sure. Number 3, I'm gonna have to say IU, Can't Love You Anymore. She did it, and with Oh Hyuk featuring. If you haven't heard that song, go do yourself a favor and listen to that song. One of my favorite songs of all time. Number 5, I think I'm gonna probably say Fight Day by Ball 4. That song is so good. I listened to that a lot back in the day. These are I just said these off the top of my head, so yeah, take these with a grain of salt. And yeah, those are my top 5 all time. I think, I wouldn't even, I don't know, man. It's a hard question, but the number 1 all time song is definitely, I'm 100% sure of that. Jordan Warner, always appreciate your comments, bro. So your question is, has reacting changed how you appreciate or view K-pop as a whole? Definitely, 100%. Like, reacting for sure has made me check out way more groups. Like, from pretty much 2018 to 2020, my main group that I only focused on was IZ*ONE, and then I made my channel, and then I started branching out into more and more groups, and it kind of made me appreciate the whole like landscape as a whole. So yeah, definitely reacting has definitely made me more open to other groups and other types of music, you know. I believe you mentioned you're living in Canada. How's the K-pop climate up there? Any Canadian foods or restaurants you'd recommend that aren't poutine? I think I would say the K-pop climate up here is pretty weak. At least where I live in Vancouver, British Columbia. So I'd say yeah, there are K-pop fans here, but it's not like to the point where, actually, you know what? Sometimes I randomly hear K-pop at like boba spots or like playing in like cafes or stuff like that. So I think it's pretty decent. I don't have any like reference to compare it to because I've only ever been in Vancouver. So yeah, I guess it's not that bad, but. And any Canadian foods I'd recommend that aren't poutine? Dude, honestly, I don't even know like what Canadian foods are. I don't really eat Canadian foods. I guess poutine, but you did say not poutine, so what even are Canadian foods, bro? Yeah, I'm sorry, I have no idea, bro. Like, I don't even eat Canadian foods. You know, like, I usually just eat Filipino food or like Asian food, or, you know. So yeah, I don't know any recommendations. And you also asked, you're a generally positive person in your reactions. Are there K-pop songs you'd outright say are awful? Does this positivity of yours extend to other aspects of your life? Okay, so I feel like this should add some validity to my answer in saying that a K-pop song that I think is super awful actually belongs to my favorite group of all time. That's right, it's an IZ*ONE song, and it's Buenos Aires. Now, here's the thing. I don't blame the girls at all. I definitely think the Japanese producers or the IZ*ONE producers over in Japan fumbled the bag quite a bit. I would say I didn't particularly like Vampire, but it was still listenable. Like, I was still able to listen to it. But Buenos Aires was absolutely terrible. I'm sorry, man. It's like nothing about the girls' voices were terrible. They executed the choreo really well, but the mixing, mastering, the production, the overall song structure was awful. Like, I don't think I listened to that song more than like 3 times. And yeah, that's my answer. Does this positivity of yours extend to other aspects of your life? I would say it would. Like, I'm the type of person who's like, You know how some people watch movies and they're like, oh my gosh, I did not like the character development and pacing of that movie at all. I did not enjoy it. Like, I don't care about that shit. Like, if I enjoy something, then I enjoy it. I don't really bother going into the technical aspects of a movie or a piece of media. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. And that's kind of how I view K-pop and music as well, which is why I guess I seem kind of open and very receptive to the things that I react to, because I just don't really care about finding the faults in things. Like, I just kind of focus on the things I enjoy about them. And yeah, that's it. Next question is from Naren. Congrats for the milestone dud. My question is, what is the definition of standing in your own opinion? Did you also categorize stan into ultimate stan, regular stan, low-key stan? Definition of standing, I would say, is just, I guess, really closely following a group. Bare minimum requirements would be, I guess, knowing all the members' names, knowing at least most of their title tracks, you know? Yeah, I guess that's my definition. Do I categorize stan in ultimate stan, regular stan, low-key stan? Yeah, I would. I don't really know about like all the other terminologies, like all these, there's so many like subcategories of stans. Like, I don't really know about all those, but yeah, I guess I would categorize the bare minimum as like ultimate stan, regular stan, low-key stan. Yeah. Question by M. Can you tell us your top 10 favorite active girl groups right now? Oh my god, that's so tough, because I'm answering these all off the top of my head. I don't have any like script or anything. So number 1, Le Seraphim. Number 2, IVE. Number 3, Fromis. Number 4, Luna. Number 5, Red Velvet. Number 6, aespa. Number 7, Stacy. Number 8, Dreamcatcher. Number 9, VVZ. Number 10, Would You Sonya. Currently, like current active girl groups, those are 10, just roughly. Don't take it too seriously, but that's just off the top of my head. Who are your top 5 biases of all time? Sheesh. Yo, these all-time questions are so tough, but number 1, Chaewon, of course, doesn't even have to be said. Number 2, this might surprise you, Seulgi, because Seulgi was my ultimate bias before I found out about Chaewon. So if you're talking all-time, Seulgi is definitely number 2. Number 3, Sakura. Number 4, Yuri. Number 5, I'd have to say oh my god, this is tough. Number 5, I'm gonna get back to you on that. I can't think of number 5 right now, but those are my top 4. What's your stance on boy groups? I don't got a problem with boy groups. The thing is, I'm very open to listening to their music. A lot of people wonder why I don't react to boy groups. It's because I'll give you some simple reasons. First reason is I do like their music. I'm not really interested into getting into their content though. However, it's kind of the same reason as to why I like Drake, I like The Weeknd, I like, you know, artists like that, Kanye. But I don't really go to watch their content and stuff. For some reason, I'm just not interested in it, but I do like their music. Some of my favorite songs actually are boy group songs. Like EXO has a couple bangers. BTS from like their pre-2017 era have some of my favorite boy group songs. Big Bang has some bangers. Another reason why I don't react to them is because the toxic community and like fandom that they bring. I reacted to Psy and Suga's collab, that, and within like 5 minutes I had like 3 comments saying like, what the fuck? You're supposed to wait 24 hours before you react to this. You're stealing views from the boys, and like it's just so weird, man. Just so weird. Like I do not want to deal with any of that. I understand that there's a lot of bad apples in every fandom, but with boy groups, it is just on some next level shit. So I just don't really want to deal with that. Maybe eventually in the future, I'll suck it up and delve into boy groups, but right now, I don't have any desire to. Like I said, maybe that'll change in the future. And congrats on 14k, bro. Your vids are so good and honestly provide comfort, as I don't really got people that are into this stuff. You deserve a ton more. Thank you, man. That means a lot. For real, that means a lot, man. Sean K, congrats bro, 20k is almost there. I have 2 questions. Have you ever tried Korean food? Which IZ*ONE members like? Yes, I've tried kimchi jjigae, which Sakura loves. I've tried it at like Korean barbecue restaurants. I guess, yeah, Korean barbecue. What else? Korean fried chicken. Yeah, that's about it. And number 2, do your family or close friends know you've reached 14k subs? My friends know I have a YouTube channel. They know all about it. My family has no clue, absolutely no idea. And I don't have any plans on telling them because I do not want them to see their son simping over women. You know, that's just kind of embarrassing. My friends, I don't really care about. My mother and father, I'd rather not show them that. I'd rather not show them their son being down bad, you know. Shimpy with the question. Shimpy, this isn't a question. Oh no, this is a question. Congrats bro, do you have any plans of building a K-pop shrine for Chaewon? Also, what's your PC rig specs? I do eventually, I guess when I get my own place, building a K-pop shrine is on the list of things to do. So yes to that. And what's your PC rig specs? I have a Ryzen 5 3600, an RTX 3070, 32 gigs DDR4 RAM. I have a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo air cooler and some cheap Chinese case fans, LED case fans that only run at a fixed 1000 RPM. They're pretty shitty, honestly. I should probably replace those for better case fans, but yeah, that's about it. Anissa Jalal, hopefully I pronounced that right, asks, me as a K-pop fan just like you, I really want to know what does K-pop mean to you? It's just wholesome content for me to watch. Like a lot of the content these days that we normally consume is so toxic and very void of that wholesomeness, you know? But with K-pop, content is just so wholesome, you know, like makes you smile, makes your heart feel warm. I can't really get that from any other medium, like gaming content, basketball content, sports, streamer, like, you know. But with K-pop, it's just so wholesome, you know. Here's my here's my question, bro. Have you ever dreamed of being a K-pop idol? No, definitely not. Because 1, not Korean. I mean, I guess these days that doesn't really matter, but you know. And 2, I feel like that lifestyle is just not for me. So Ibnu asks, actually this isn't a question. Someday I know you use Patreon for your reaction about full albums, TV shows, programs, etc. But I hope you always stay uploading your reactions on YouTube too, bro. Your reaction make me excited about the girl groups, boy groups on your video. I've definitely thought about making a Patreon, but at the end of the day, I kind of decided not to. One reason being, I don't know if I would have time to even like have enough content on a Patreon to warrant paying for it. And 2, I already have a source of income, my job. So unless I get fired from my job or quit, I really feel no reason to have a Patreon where I'm like making money from it when I already have a job. Maybe if I quit or get fired, I'll think about it, but right now I'm just gonna focus on YouTube because all I have time for. Lewis asks, congrats, who's your favorite Western artist at the moment and who's your all-time favorite one? Favorite Western artist at the moment is Drake. My favorite all-time is Drake. I just grew up on Drake like back 2010 when I was a kid, just growing up on him, and he's still my favorite artist. A lot of people say he's corny. I honestly agree, he's corny sometimes, but I love his music. Question 2, is Nicki Minaj the queen of rap? I would say so. Like, I can't think of anyone else who challenges her position in that department. Like, there are some, like Megan Thee Stallion, I guess, Cardi B, but I don't think they have the same impact or influence as Nicki Minaj, so I'm gonna say Nicki Minaj is queen of rap. Solely asks, are you planning to go to Korea one day? Yeah, for sure, definitely. That's on my bucket list. Go to Korea, go to Japan, one day, you know. Solely asks again, who are your ultimate groups before IZ*ONE? My ultimate groups before IZ*ONE were Red Velvet and G-Friend. Brader asks, my question is, do you like game? What's game? What games do you play on your phone? I do like games. I don't play any games on my phone. I'm not really a mobile gamer. So yeah, but I do like games. Rentaro asks, you've mentioned anime and manga before. What's your favorite manga of all time and what's your favorite anime of all time? Favorite manga of all time, definitely Kingdom. Like, I swear to God, the Kingdom manga has gotten me the most like hype out of any manga that I've read, like where I'm just reading it on my phone and I'm just like, oh shit, you know. And then my favorite anime of all time is Hunter x Hunter. Who else is on your top 3 alt girl group list aside from IZ*ONE, and why do you love those groups? Well, alt girl group list aside from IZ*ONE, I guess Seraphim, I've Promise. Why do I love those groups? I don't know. Like, there's no really specific reason why we love the groups we love. We just love them, you know? Lol asks, congrats bro, you always say your top 5 groups. Please reveal your top 5 groups in K-pop. Good luck bro, hope more subs to come. Top 5 is IZ*ONE, LE SSERAFIM, IVE, Promise, Luna. Ibnu asks, what's your current favorite foods? Current favorite foods? Probably fried rice. Various fried rices, and I guess pho. I've been eating a shit ton of pho recently because there's like a nice pho place near my gym that I go to. So pho. Philip Patty, congrats bro. Who's your bias record and mix? Bias at this current point in time is Solyun. Bias record is Lily. Jiwoo asks, top 3 K-pop songs this year. Number 1 is The Little Name by Adora. Number 2 is Sour Grapes by LE SSERAFIM. Number 3 honestly, Smiley by Yena, because even though in my album reaction I said I didn't rank it as my number 1 song on the album, I still have listened to it so much, so I would say Smiley by Yena. And your non-K-pop related question is, do you still play Valorant? What rank? I don't really play Valorant anymore, but my peak rank was Diamond. So Click asks, how old are you? I'm 22 years old. What are you doing besides YouTube? I'm studying right now and working part-time. Epitome asks, are you planning to get married soon? No, definitely not. I don't even have a girlfriend, so marriage is definitely out of the question. Glissy asks, who are your crush? A lot of people, but off the top of my head, just like Chaewon, Sakura Yuri, Solgi, like I don't know, but there's just so many, man. Okay, Yashvardan Shinde asks, why don't you react to any boy groups much? I already answered that in a previous question. Also, do check out Luniverse if you can, and congrats on reaching 14k subs. I did react to a Luniverse lore video like over a year ago, so if you want to watch that, you can check it out. Should be on my channel. Chun. First comment, why are you being so adorable with your reactions? I don't know, I just be vibing. How old are you? 22. Any lovers? No. Alisaya, hopefully I didn't butcher that pronunciation, but nice, congrats, 14.2k. I don't have a questions, I just want to comment that I can't remember when was I subscribed to you. You've been here a long time. I recognize your username a lot when you comment. And I just remember that I started my Luna journey when I binged watched your Luna playlist while waiting for IZ*ONE reactions. That's good that I'm glad I put you on to Luna. Angelevin says, I literally love you, I love you too. Jo Yu Ri, you said that you are a basketball fan. Who's your favorite player and team? My favorite team currently is the Atlanta Hawks, and my favorite player is Trey Rayford Young. Future MVP, better than Luka, best point guard in the league. Future MVP, wait, did I already say that? Future Finals MVP, best point guard, best offensive player in the league. Just my favorite player. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A. That's it for the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my answers. There were a lot of all-time type questions, so I don't know if I answered those completely correctly. I recorded this video in one take, so you know, if you guys need any clarifications on some answers, I think I can do that in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I'll see y'all later. I might do this again in the future, who knows.